Yeah, hey guys. So Axelor dropped finally a Devblog, the 26th. Unexpected totally. And again at the same time, at the end of the year, like the last three times. And again, they promise that they will, release it in the next coming year. So three times now. And this is, we know all it's terrible how much they communicate with the community, and this is the biggest issue they should have or need to work on. I'm just over it. We all know it. This is waiting, waiting, waiting. So, but to the update. So, from what I can tell, from what I see is, and we saw that already in the game code, the work on the terrain is a big thing. It doesn't look like that they made overworld with the deformation. That is how it looks. Still only a thing for the underground world, and it will be probably too much for them to implement that in the overworld. But how they said, they reworked the terrain, so probably that we get not that steep hill crap that we sometimes have in Seeds, where you have nearly 90 degrees roads going up and such like stuff like that. So, and how we can see the graphics and the algorithm that places them is a little bit better. We can't see much, but this alone looks nice. But again, these are pre-made tiles, so the only thing that the code needs to do is make the seams work. But if you see pictures like that, this part, basically this here is a square, a big square, and everything in that square is handcrafted. So there can't be anything wrong except the modeler or designer placed that part wrong. So this is not much they actually did there, but... So the biggest issue is actually not the road itself, it's more that the wheels are at 60 kilometers per hour or higher, just bumpy and jump around, and you can't really control the vehicle without tricks. Then we have here the raid system. This is a pretty neat solution. Instead of making robots come spawn out of thin air, they actually drop in. This is awesome. And with the new bot types and such like that. I hope it's not like this here, because that is terrible. This is basically destroying everything what the player has achieved. And he has to start up the raid from zero. This is not how it should work. But you see here, you have tape bots and then explosive bots. This is a bit too much. But then I was a little bit speechless when I saw that. The model, like always, all the models from Axolot are on point, top. They look awesome. The effect of it, absolutely amazing. But it comes with a side feeling from me personally, because I have since over 5 or 6 years popcorn in my mod. That works basically exactly like that. Especially here with this action. This is... I don't want to say they just took the idea from my mod, because it looks different, definitely. But this is the only difference. It looks different. It does exactly the same. It's a bit, okay. They made it perfect. I would be never able to do it like that. But if they got the idea not from on their own, what I don't believe, because popcorn, my thing is literally called popcorn, and you see freaking popcorn. I mean, if they got the idea from someone, it would be nice if they would mention it, at least somewhere in a line. But okay, it could be that they got it on their own. Very unlikely, but But from all the other stuff, this is the biggest thing of all. Of all the changes, everything they show here, there are letters, it's nothing special. I will come to the rest soon, but because I'm here, this is the biggest thing. Multi-shape parts. I explain it to people that don't know what the problem is or what this changes. In Scrap Mechanic, we can make models, and each model, except blocks, need a defined collision shape. For example, the chest has a collider, a model that you can't see, but the engine interacts with the collider model to calculate the collisions. So it can lay on the side, or you can collide, ram it, whatever. So the problem is that the engine usually only allows colliders that have no holes or dents. So convex. It was only possible to make convex colliders. So what you see here with the roll, that it rolls over the blocks, was only possible if you made it out of 3 separate parts, because each part has a separate collider. But now they added multi-shape parts, so you can define multiple models, how I expected in the files. You can define multiple models with multiple colliders into one part, and you see, you can place it as one single part, but the collider is on point. What this allows is, you know the maps with rails where trains drive? You are only able to make the rails in the tile editor. Until then. Then we can make actually placeable rails that you can just place in the world around while playing. And the train can drive on them. It will not fall off. It doesn't have collider issues. This is the thing. This is the thing. This makes trains in the whole map world possible. This is freaking huge. Also, we can make models that have holes. So you can drive or fly through, whatever. This is just crazy. This is the biggest change of all. Then ladders, yeah, okay. I have them since 5 years, 4 years in my mod. Or at least 3 years, for sure. Because they implemented the animations and all that. So this is nothing special. Ladders, okay. That was expected because they added the animations for the climbing. So that is 2 mods. My and another mod have ladders, and we both use the same stuff. So that was nothing unexpected, that was known. This year is totally unexpected and a nice feature. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable with ice blocks. So you have a thing, I guess you connect a pipe with water or whatever, put water in, and you get ice blocks out of it. Cool addition. And yeah, nothing to say about sled. Yeah, outfits, okay. Who needs outfits? I think the community made on their own enough outfits, but it's nice to have something to unlock. Yeah, updated trashboard. Updated trashboard. I don't understand why they wrote updated. We didn't have a we don't have a trashboard, so there is no updated. They could have just wrote, we worked more on the trashboard, but no, they updated it. Okay, from what? We don't know. To what? We don't know. We see just 2 sprites. I mean, the attack animation is nice, some attack patterns. Someone was very bored on Axolot to do this. There are much more important things to do than this. I mean, an end boss is okay, cool, fine, but first do other things that are more important than this. Don't waste your time on such stuff like this. It's cool, it's nice to have, but you can do that at the end. At the very end. Not, now. Bring something out, release a test version Axolot, because you talked not enough to us, and you provided the last 3 years basically nothing except one fix, and that was needed. So yeah, guys, Axolot, in case you see that video, please talk with us more. Talk freaking more. It's really terrible, especially as one of the biggest modders for your game Axolot. It would be nice to get more informations. In general. Doesn't need to be special to modders, just in general. More infos. Or give us something to test, release a new part, do something. But 3 years, nothing. Even Steam is complaining. So you should move. Anyways, guys, that was a little sidetracked. Yeah. This is all stuff. Yeah, we saw that over the last 3 years, stuff like that. Yeah, it's nice to have. But the biggest thing is this. Everything else is, models. Everyone can make models. Everyone can implement them. This is nothing special, nothing cool. This is the biggest thing. This is what modders can't do except with completely rewriting the game, basically. But this is what modders can't do. And this is what Axolot had to do, and I'm proud and happy. And I'm happy that they did it, and I can't wait to use that, because the first thing I will do is implementing Rails as a block and part mod, craftable in survival, so you can just build proper train tracks. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. I hope that gives you a little bit more information than what you usually get. This is the first time I make such a video, so I thought I'd do it. Yeah. Anyways, happy waiting for 26. Also, Merry Christmas, and in case we don't hear us, good slide in the new year, and hopefully we see us next year with the update. So, bye-bye, guys.